Airlines, Part 3. Now we get to explore the cargo hold. This one goes a little longer than the last one. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? Oh, there he goes. Okay, bye, Gumshoe. It's so big. Oh. I need to chill. Cease and desisted. They didn't even give her a side sprite. They just kind of made her sting. This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. Yeah, this shit's a cruise. Not a plane. This is a. So this is the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here. Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Lord. Now, let's start with the missing suitcase. Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. The ones the company is planning on to dispose of after this flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass. Yeah, $1,200 for a suitcase? First of all, even a nice luxury suitcase is too much, not this ugly eyesore. Though, it looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? A bunch of glass fragments? Glasses? Can't see without my glasses. Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. So that suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks? I don't think he'd mind if we take a closer look. There's something out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file? There's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it. Looks like a profile on Franziska. Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? We're just ignoring the fact that she's just standing right there. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. This thing's as tall as two of you on top of each other, sir. It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. Wait, really? I guess that sounds about right. Really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously. Throwaway estimate. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to skip out the rest. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of leaving. Boyfriends. I'm telling you. I don't care if it's canon or not. I ships it. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one says pharmaceuticals. This one is for exorcism use only. Excuse me? Just what kind of operation is this airline running? For exorcisms. Yoki. Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally without the special key card. Both the door and the attendant's room and the elevator's control panel. require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Also, Gumshoe, same. Am I supposed to, like, logical size this? I don't actually know what the hell I'm supposed to do. Oh, I need to talk to them. Okay, stop talking to me. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime. Woof. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone, so it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Oh. Interpol is involved? It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Oh. Oh, it's time for logic puzzles. Yeah. Glass shards over the glasses. And yoink. I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his his lenses. Ergo, the victim was here just as I suspected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. Considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Franziska said that she had come to this airport as part of the Interpol investigation. And Interpol. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was in actuality Interpol agent. I think Franziska has some explaining. You have some explaining to do. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense! What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you and the victim's language. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks. Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent. Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. He went undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. What was he doing now, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it? Ow. Agent Hicks came here for a work-related of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Franziska, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. Normal passenger. Cargo hold on there. Oh, yeah. Good point, good point. Ugh. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. And then when he murdered here, his glass fragments, broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I love how he calls her sir. Like, instead of like madam or mommy. Well, she's young. I know what you're thinking, Edgeworth. The killer could be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. What a bitch. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is that the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. Say, that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. What a bitch! If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo. But the point to keep in mind...
Hold it!
But it's highly likely that the key card was stolen from
Objection!
It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Ugh. Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, Be quiet. You're a disgrace. There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know. It's not just the key card that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Go piggy bank? Yes. She's also the only person with a key to open that display case. Well, shit.
Hold it!
But
Objection!
that is a fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. You mustn't keep on insisting that it's a fake. Then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Must be something that can help me rule out the piggy. What should I examine further? The body? Am I right? Yeah. Franziska, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes. You don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon. Scruffy! I love when she calls him Scruff. Technically, she has a German accent that I'm not doing it. Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Eek! Yes, sir. Be nice to Scruffy. Also, he probably likes it. You've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know one thing is for sure. Report, now. The doc said it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. The victim's shoulder to his mid-back? He was beaten over such a wide area? This is making me hurt, because I know what happened. Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? I hit him. Was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. They're completely useless. Ow. I'm alone. Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you will remove yourself from my way. What is all that racket? I don't like this man. I don't like him. My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there is no choice. Finally, I think he gave... Hey, what are you... Left me no choice but to use strong force. Arrgh! Pass me. That's it. So that's what this whole thing has been about. Further, there's the matter of the key to the display case that held them. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold up empty-handed. The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating, the shoulder down to his mid-back. There we go. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continued mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. We're looking for a rather large weapon. You'd think it would stick out. So far, we haven't found anything that was... Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. But what was all that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Franziska! What? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. Might be hurt. We should go check on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening to me. Aw. Come on then, show me this real murder weapon. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning from a foolish fool, from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me. She said the thing. She said it. What do you mean I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I figured out what the real cause of death was. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? This is a plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his neck. And the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean. Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of this very cargo hold. What? Then, we're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sir. Hey, you, tell me you aren't dead, pal. Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! Damn. There you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? It would have been a Borgian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there would still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box... There's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there's no proof that it was always there. As if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? The thingy. Yeah, this.
Take that!
Refueling. You refueled in the Republic of Zingfa? Yes. This flight had a short layover in Zingfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Ah, it's labeled Jingfa Express. Correct, meaning that it was loaded onto the plane in Jingfa. And Jingfa has claiming to be. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? That would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Jingfa leg of the flight, making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Can allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. This? No! You win the raffle, you get one more for free. How are those I get? I think if they did that, everyone would. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Fred statue. Never heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is if you prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Let's get investigating, sir. Look here. Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc. Should see what else I can find out. Talk to him. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. Of course it is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from you. This Ali Fred statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more. Mr. LeBlanc's choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 cents? I suggest you stop trying to calculate packets of bills that makes, detective. Do that. Because you're his boyfriend. I feel like you're getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. So I grow with each revolution. I have the distinct impression you at least. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, is there a chance for cargo to our case? I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a bit closer. Very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Shit. Oh shit. We're smuggling. Mr. LeBlanc has something to... Possible this fake statue was brought on board and... I think I need to question him a bit further. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. You mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. Damn it. I respectfully disagree. I can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I am right. This... I know I've seen this somewhere. This is the Elif Red? It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. I believe a closer look is warranted here. So, we have seen that before. Right here. So this is the infamous Elif Red statue. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it more. Is this spot somehow connected?
Eureka!
Oh, Eureka. His eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Oh. Oh yeah, the one... Oh yeah, it is orange. Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. But it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah, sir, they're red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you want? Do you not know I am a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The Elif Red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you. You have my heartfelt sympathy, but what is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large fellow there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the sudden yelling? Now then, oh. Is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. What? Now, do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is fake. Oh, we blew him away again. Oh, fake! I believe that further examination will be required. Now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Jingfa. Now we'll present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Attitude was such cold. What did you say? Please forget the trespasses in my subordinate. Why should I forgive if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it. Okay. There is clearly a contradiction. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Jingfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Jingfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. He could have just as easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, but you have it backwards, Franziska. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down here to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall into the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. While this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. Rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. Photo of the missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Jingfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Jingfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer, move this statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now. Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the leaf red statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol. There was a reaction. I see. There was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up as well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up the blood? Ooh, the cloth!
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zingfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zingfa? There is no other conceivable timeline for the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Zingfa, then this becomes highly suspect. Recall Miss Meal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed Zingfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. Why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. Oh, to be continued. Alright, that's the end of that. I will complete this episode later today on Twitch. Finish it. Watching on YouTube, I will see you hanging out.